Somebody like walked in on me, full ass out, looking at my own poop in the toilet as you do.
These like new pants, they just look so fresh.
They look crisp.
Yeah. Sea blue.
They're my newest pants.
Sorry. Brittany did this. She was like, sea blue. And I was like, I heard you. I heard
like, they must have an inside joke about sea blue.
No, we don't. Not at all. Also, sea blue isn't a color, by the way.
Yes, it is.
Sea blue?
How is that not a color?
It's not like an official one. It's not like periwinkle. Like
there's official colors?
Yeah.
Wait, I gotta give Carmen her drinks.
Wow.
So
I'm so excited.
Before the pod, I asked her what she wanted. By the way, I ended up changing. I was gonna get a seltzer, but I got an NA beer instead.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Brittany.
I know.
I don't know what
Does it
happened in
make
the
any
sex
I said
exchange.
whatever you guys want.
And Carmen,
I'm on your
You were
side.
like, she's having beer and
Carmen
I'm having
couldn't decide,
seltzer.
and she was
Choose. And I
like,
was like,
if you're going to a bodega, just give me like the craziest drink that's there.
Oh my
I'll
God, I
drink
can't wait.
anything. I'll drink even piss.
yeah. I really
getting pissed at
leaned
the
into
bodega?
piss
I
joke.
looked. I asked for it. They
So
didn't
much.
have it. But I did get you this.
Oh my God, yes.
Please be chunks of al. Oh God.
Yes!
Oh God.
Yes!
I have never seen this. It's a Skittles original drink. And by the way, it's red. So is it red flavor Skittle or is it all the Skittles, but they just made it red?
I think we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
But I
gotta
got you a
taste it.
seltzer as well.
And you have your tiny Nalgene.
Yeah, I'm like, thank God I brought this regular size Nalgene of water so that I can
Does it?
wash down this.
Yeah.
It's all healthy ingredients. I'm like, oh wow,
Yeah.
kimchi and
It's like
Actually,
kale.
got carrot juice in
yeah.
there.
Actually,
Does
there's
it-
apple
the
juice.
packaging looks crazy, like a kid designed
Yeah.
that.
It looks like it almost like spiritually is related to those like jugs that you would have while you were camping that had the little tinfoil top.
Oh, I don't,
you know what I'm talking
I don't
about?
think I know what you're talking about.
They're like Danimals kind of like openers.
No, they're like
Yeah.
you know the ones that are barrels that are like
Mm.
juice.
What?
Oh, I think I do.
Hold on.
Remember those grenade juices?
Yeah.
Pretty sick.
Oh, the
Hold
like
on.
round
It's
ones.
like a little grenade and
yeah.
These
Pop off.
these guys.
drug it. Oh yeah, I remember those.
Yeah. How would
Oh
you
yeah,
describe
yeah, yeah.
that?
I thought those were like kind of Danimals.
Yeah,
tops,
no,
like the
sorry.
little-
I was
the,
like,
hard-
no, not Danimals. But you were right. Yeah, sorry.
Thank you for apologizing.
Oh my God. Wait, look at this infographic. It says fortified with B and E vitamins. And it's pointing to these
So many arrows. What are the other?
fat-free,
Oh.
gluten-free, 5 calories,
Oh,
1 gram of sugar per bottle.
Nice.
Oh, they're little hug fruit barrels.
Aw.
This is 1% juice. Try to guess how many grams of sugar.
Okay.
400.
No. I'm going to guess a real number.
It's all Skittles. Imagine if a bottle full of Skittles.
It's
that's
all
how many grams.
It's all Skittles.
It's math.
I'm going
Allie.
to say 35 grams of sugar.
My real estimate is 70. I think.
Oh, 32.
Wow.
Dude,
Oh,
nobody
wait.
ever
Oh, yeah.
listens to me. Nobody ever fucking listens to me.
Serving size is one bottle. That's. I can smell it. I smelled it over here.
I think I smell it too, and it's only been open for 1 second. Welcome to
tour-
Worthless Clowns.
Well,
We're going, by the way. It's a podcast about how stupid we are. I'm Brittany Cardwell,
Mhm.
Brittany's Cardwell on Instagram.
How is it, Carmen?
It tastes like Skittles.
Really?
It tastes like all of
the
them.
flavors together?
Ah,
Mostly
really?
red, but kind of all of them.
Oh my god,
That's so cool.
wild.
I just go into Sugar Shock.
Can I?
Well, yeah. Oh.
Sugar
Are
Shack.
you gonna introduce yourself?
Oh, I'm Allie O'Neill. You can find me on Instagram, and it's Allie O'Neill.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And we have a very special guest today.
Skittles.
You might have.
Oh my god. Here, taste this.
This is the worst intro ever.
Our special
Next comedian,
guest.
oh my God, is I can smell it from here.
Yeah.
Okay, that tastes really good.
It
Yeah.
actually does taste really good, but I can only
also-
have like 3 sips.
I have such a
Yeah.
sweet tooth. I literally made 2 packets of Jello last night.
Oh, it tastes like Jello.
yeah,
It does
it tastes
taste
like
like
the
Jell-O.
liquidy Jello.
Yeah. Yeah, that with vodka, I would die.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
dude, fuck me right up.
With a little
Yeah.
bit of lime in
Yeah.
there too. You gotta
Yeah, put a little
gotta get some sour.
acid.
Ooh,
Yeah.
sour Skittle drink. They didn't have that. They did have wild berry,
Ooh.
but I went with original.
No, that makes sense to like try it. Yeah. Anyway, why don't you intro our guest?
You might have seen her on Colbert. She's got a special out on YouTube called Sweet Batch, right? That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Carmen Lagala.
Hey,
Thanks for being here. Yeah.
Thanks for having
Yeah,
me.
look at all the cameras.
Yeah, only this camera's
Only
recording,
one's in
though.
use.
Wait, only that one?
Yeah.
Oh. I was really going out of my way.
Actually, we do it in front of a studio. You guys, the listeners, might not know. We do this podcast in front of a studio audience, but we tell them to be really quiet.
And none of them know what Skittles are, so
Right?
that's why they haven't responded at
That's
all.
Yeah.
Plus the instructor.
We do it in front of a nursing home.
Yeah.
Must be so tiring to laugh as an
Hey,
old
look
person.
at that. Brand new socks, too. Man,
No, these
Carmen's
are old
coming in with the
socks.
new clothes. Oh, they look.
Look at these.
It's just
Triple
the
stripe,
top that
double
looks
stripe.
new.
You got
That's why.
stripes?
You guys
No, I'm
stripes on
wearing
there?
Dwayne socks. And the heels
And they're
sticking
way
out.
too
Look
big
at
for
this.
you.
They're too big. They're going around the side. His Tommy Hilfiger dress socks for work.
And you took them?
Yeah. Because I needed my ankles covered.
Oh my God. Brittany was like, hey, yeah.
Man, I wear his clothes. Like, as soon as I get there, it's like he never sees me in my normal clothes unless we're in public. As soon as I arrive, I put on his shirts and sweatpants.
That makes sense.
Yesterday, I got
Correct.
there. I did it immediately. And I come out. He's like, are you already in my clothes?
God, that's so funny.
Yeah.
They have big cozy shit. What are we supposed to do?
Oh,
No,
it's so
totally.
great. Yeah.
Do you wear Dave stuff?
I don't go over his place as often as he comes over mine because I have a dog.
Yeah.
So it's like he just comes to me most of the time.
Does he wear your clothes?
Yeah. Actually,
That's
you know what he
awesome.
does when he runs out of clothes? I have a bunch of his merch.
Oh, yeah.
And I
Dave
always
Did you get it before?
No. That
That would have been
would have been weird.
amazing.
Imagine,
Yeah.
dude.
He showed up
imagine
and
if
you're
I
like,
manifested that
actually.
shit.
Oh, I saw you wearing a Courtney McGinnis shirt the other day.
Yeah, I wore it at your
Man,
show.
I love that
merch.
shirt.
I love-
Yeah,
I love merch in general, and I love comics merch.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm
same.
like, yeah, I'll just
Yeah.
wear Courtney McGinnis's fucking shirt
Yeah.
on stage. I don't give a shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
But so he gives me a lot of his merch that he makes, and I always get like the larges and extra larges because I'm not gonna like take the things that sell out quickly. So then he just wears his own merch in my house. So it's just like Dave Ross, and then he has a shirt that says Dave Ross.
That's pretty comforting, you know?
Yeah, he's
Ever
like,
feeling like
he's
kinda-
like, I know who I am.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, guy breaks in. He's
If
like,
he ever gets
Dave Ross.
confused. Yeah. He stands in a mirror, he's like, I'm Dave Ross. I'm Dave Ross.
He wakes up in a sweat and then he goes,
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
Dave Ross.
oh, thank God. I'm Dave Ross.
How's your day, Carmen? What's up?
Oh, good. I
Did this
noticed
change it or is it
that's
just
there's
a little blip?
Oh man, I
A
have
little blip.
Not like really even gonna read
Mm.
out.
I was reading about or listening to podcasts about, which is the same as reading.
Dude, sometimes
About-
I'll be like, so I read an article and it's just
yeah,
I
yeah,
saw a TikTok and
Yeah.
swiped through it
yeah.
and didn't even listen to what the
Yeah.
person said
Yeah.
about it. It was like a
Just the
screenshot
headline.
of an article title on a TikTok
Yeah.
that I didn't
Same.
fucking watch.
Do you think it would be acceptable to call it reading if when you listen to the podcast, you also made yourself imagine the words?
No.
Okay.
I don't think that's how it works, sweetie.
All right. Fine.
Anyway, you were
Or
listening
wait,
to a
if you're
podcast.
spelling the words correctly, I think yes.
Yeah.
But if you're,
That's the line.
yeah,
I
genuinely
think that's
think
it
that.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then if you're like, you see the word and you're like, I gotta look that up too.
yeah,
Reading in
Yeah.
school.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I love looking up words now,
It is fun.
but I don't get to do it as much.
Because you're smarter.
Yeah. I used to have to look up remember they used to
Yeah.
make you, every time you found one you didn't
Yeah.
know, you'd have to look it up and make a list.
Dictionary too. Now you can
Yeah.
just Google it.
Oh my
Mhm.
God, yeah.
I really thought the dictionary was going to be a bigger part of my life.
Oh, me too.
And
Mhm.
calculators and
Mhm.
cursive and
Mhm.
all that
Mhm.
shit. Knowing the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh yeah.
Did they
Wait,
do
can
that?
You still do it?
I don't know.
I, don't
I
know if
can do
either.
that.
I don't think. Okay, I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Whoa!
You know what? I think the reason we were
The
able
worst
to
podcast
do it
ever.
is because we had each other. Because like,
Let's go through all the declarations and just
yeah,
You guys know do you guys know the Lord's Prayer by heart? I do.
Yeah. Wait.
If you
Our
give me-
Lord, full of grace, the Lord is with it. No,
No,
Our
that's not
Father,
Art in
hallowed
heaven,
be-
Art in heaven,
Art
hallowed
in
be
heaven,
thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed
Thy
be thy
kingdom
name.
come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our
Deliver us our
trespasses,
fuck.
as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
My dad's a pastor,
Yeah.
which is why I have a nose ring also.
Anyway,
So you were
you're
listening
reading a podcast.
Sorry. This is the stupidest podcast you ever could have agreed to do. So welcome.
Not as dumb as mine. Okay, I was listening to something about addiction, and I'm addicted to sugar. And as soon as that like hit my lips, I was like, I gotta put this in my veins. I think I don't know. So now I'm like itchy, and I'm like looking at it, and it's looking at me, and I'm like, should I just chug it?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you want us to remove it from the table?
You want us to take it away?
Yeah, but what if I had like one last sip?
Have
You
another
can have
sip.
the whole thing.
Have whatever
Wow,
you want.
you guys are gonna
But if you
just
want
let
us
me have my addiction.
I don't know. I believe in you. You seem like you got it together.
I don't. Bacon
I mean, in
cookies
your
left and
text,
right.
you were like, I'll drink crazy shit.
Yeah.
I'll drink anything. I thought you wanted something like this.
I thought you were gonna bring me something weird with like aloe chunks. I don't know what I
Oh,
was
yeah.
envisioning.
We didn't know that if we brought this that you would fucking
I
relapse.
know. Sometimes it does feel like a drug. Like if I
Yeah.
have a
Totally.
sip,
Yeah.
I feel like my eyes,
Yeah.
like my pupils
Yeah.
Bro,
constrict. And
You know what I had the other day?
Huh.
They're also Skittles, but they are floral fruit flavored.
oh,
What?
And they're so good.
Floral
what's
fruit
a floral
flavored?
fruit?
I don't know, but they're like, it's like a fruit and then also a floral flavor. So it's like,
Like lavender?
yeah, kind of. Or like rose, but they're like still really sweet. They're so fucking good, bro. And I couldn't tell you what the flavors are because like the packaging is all in like Japanese or whatever.
Yeah.
These are Skittles?
Skittles.
Huh.
You know how they like make different flavors of like candies
Yeah,
and then
Different
like
countries.
They're like adult Skittles, I feel like.
yeah, they're so good. And I
They're
had
like
them last-
Savory
LaCroix
Skittles?
yeah, that savor. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
Urban
yeah.
cheese Skittle.
yeah.
I would
It's
eat
like
that.
salt and cracked pepper Skittle,
That'd be really good.
sour cream and onion.
It's a little
Honestly,
weird that we don't do more like just something just like that. Like it's a little burst of flavor.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
chewy. You just get to taste popcorn
Yeah.
for a second. Like they did that with jelly beans, but that's it.
yeah, they do that with jelly beans, but I guess
Yeah.
it's only
Oh,
popcorn.
there she goes. Second hit.
God, that's so good and so bad.
Yeah,
Take it away.
it's terrible.
Take it away.
Don't worry, I'll finish it.
Ooh, you know what you could do with that? You could go home, put it into a little ice cube tray, and have little
Ooh.
treats.
Oh my
little tiny
God.
popsicles.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
what
too
a
much at
summer
once.
treat.
Yeah.
This is the kind of juice that I chugged when I was a kid. It was just that red juice, the powder that you mix.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
puked in my dad's car so hard.
All right, we're taking it away. Let me know if you need it back.
You could
Dude, when I
hide
was a
it.
kid, I would just eat the powder of Jello all the fucking time.
You'd eat the powdered Jello.
Yeah.
Yes. Wait, what did I eat those?
I love like chalky candy.
Mhm.
And like
Fun Dip.
oh,
That?
dude,
Oh,
when I had mono a couple of years ago.
This is a
'cause-
couple of years ago that you.
No, yeah, I was literally an adult, and this is how I got it. I was
Huh.
fucking a comic, and he had mono at the same time, and I was like, "What if we fuck but we don't kiss?" And then I got mono.
Like how?
like you thought you could
You
use
didn't
COVID
kiss.
rules, I guess.
I don't know, probably because his like dick was in my mouth. I don't know.
Oh yeah, he had it all over his.
He probably had it all over his knob. But and then so I had mono, and so for the entire time I had mono, all I would do was watch Jackass and eat Fun Dip. I
Yeah.
bought like the packs that you buy to put in a store. And I just like ate mad Fun Dip. My shit was like blue. Crazy.
Man.
Was those like pixie sticks?
Mm.
I
Yeah.
used to get like the giant ones. There's this one house with like rich people, and they would always give
Oh,
out the gigantic
good.
pixie
Oh,
sticks,
it's
Man.
incredible. I love
Oof.
pixie sticks.
and I would just eat that whole thing as a child.
Yeah,
And
just like in
go
one
about
night.
my life. Yeah.
Remember Red
Yeah.
Vine licorice. Remember this? They'd come in a big,
Yeah, I
huge
remember.
tub.
I'm just not
My
as
grandma
excited
always
about
bought
it.
that. That's all she would have for us to eat, like candy wise.
Mhm.
So I'd eat all that for like a week.
Yeah.
My brother ate so much his poop was red, just like your blue poop.
Yeah.
So you guys can talk about that next time you see my brother.
Wait, is it Casey or Drew?
Casey, yeah, the pilot.
And now he's a pilot.
Now he's a pilot. He ate so much licorice, his poop turned red. Now he's
So
a
that's who's
pilot.
flying you through the skies, guys. Is a guy who ate so much licorice his shit
It
turned
is
red.
crazy. It is.
Oh man,
So you got a little story for us?
you got a little stupid story for us?
A little story for you?
Oh.
Huh? A little story.
Oh, look at this.
Ooh,
Story. Look at
uh-oh.
this.
You know what's interesting? I don't
Uh-oh.
feel shame and embarrassment almost ever.
Wow.
So this was like a
That's
difficult
that's
assignment for me.
great.
Are we? Can we? Because you're doing
Yes.
it. And I was like,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is very comfortable.
get up
now
to
Just
that.
know that all the
Yeah.
YouTube comments are going to be about your feet.
No shit.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well, but they're not bare. Should I take it off?
If you want.
dude. Yeah,
Um,
I'll take them off if you take them off. We'll get
Oh.
so many fucking.
I got one weird toe too. It keeps falling off. Zoom
I'm
in on
down to do
this.
it.
the toe.
We haven't done this in
Oh,
a
you mean the
while.
nail?
Yeah, look, like it keeps falling off and then growing back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm sure that there's like a There's somebody likes
I'll
that.
do 1 foot out.
Get it.
We've only ever done our feet bare one time. We only did it. And we only did it for
tag.
God, this
you're
is
it.
so fucked up, dude. Everybody watching this YouTube video is like,
Oh my God.
fucking disgusting. This is like exactly what like guys think girls do at sleepovers.
Yeah.
Like rub our feet together and make out and have our
Yeah.
periods or whatever.
Yeah.
Is that how you guys? I don't know either.
So you don't get embarrassed, huh?
Not really.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
it's hard for
great.
me to feel shame.
Even in childhood?
Rarely, but
You
occasionally.
threw up that red juice?
Yeah, I was embarrassed about that. I was just in the car. That's fine.
Dude,
I was embarrassed because I threw up in front of my crush once on the way to the nurse's
Oh.
office.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's tough. You're
Now
like, I
he's
don't
like,
feel so good.
Yeah. I was like, can I go? And they're like, yeah, of course. I waited too long, and then I just and then he was the only one in the hall, and I puked.
Oh no.
And then and then we never dated, and now he's just like a religious extremist. And,
Oh man.
Bullet dodged.
yeah,
Dude, that puke saved your life.
yeah. Thank goodness, because otherwise, me and Dylan would have been together. Darn.
In that religious extremist group.
By religious extremist, I just mean he's like super Christian.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
like
No, that's
But, like, that
religious
feels-
extremism. Yeah,
he posts about it on
100p.
Facebook. When you do that, I'm like,
Oh yeah.
you're really going.
Definitely
for
a
it.
mental illness.
Yeah.
When you're like, unfollow me because I'm Christian. I'm pro-gun.
If you don't believe in Jesus the way I do, then you can just get out of here.
You get right on out of town. Yeah.
There are a few people I follow on Facebook for that very reason because I love
Yeah.
their
Mm.
unhinged posts. There's
Yeah.
one who's just like Christ light is all upon you, and
Christ
she's like,
light?
and-
Christ
Like,
light does
post-
sound cool.
I am bathed in his blood. And it's like, dude, I follow an Instagram page that's called Christian Nightmares.
Ooh,
And it's just
Follow that
people
right now.
posting,
Okay.
yeah, Christian_nightmares
okay.
for the listeners. And it's just people posting like unhinged Christian shit that
Mhm.
they saw
Yeah.
on the internet.
Yes,
Great. It's so good.
so good.
One of my feet is cold and one of my
I know.
feet is
I was just about to
cold.
say I'm kind of cold. Like I
So
want
I'm
to
gonna
put it
put
back
my
in.
sock back on.
Yeah, put it back in. This sock.
I might bring it back out later.
I'm also cold.
I
So
might bring it back out later, so listen to the whole pod, all right?
if we get enough subscribers, we'll do it every time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Totally.
fuck. God, this is so hard.
I had a guy ask for feet pics, but he only wanted to give me like $10, and I was like, that is so insulting.
$10 is
We
so
got
funny.
offered. What did we get offered? We got offered.
You got offered an air fryer.
That's
Ooh.
right.
Brand
I
new?
did.
Oh, sorry.
Because I mentioned
Wait, what kind of
wanting
air
an-
fryer are we talking?
I don't know. I've never even looked them up. I
But-
just keep hearing that people have them, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah,
that.
but basically,
I mentioned it on the pod, and then someone like messaged us from every possible outlet: Instagram, email. Then they Venmoed like $5 just to be able to be on our Venmo, and they're being like, "If you want more, we'll get you that air fryer." Even.
yeah,
That is so specific.
picks for an air fryer, dude.
Mm-hmm.
This is, dude. You know
Leave
how
in the
like,
comments.
you know how people used to like use beads as currency?
Mm.
Now they're using foot picks and air fryers.
Yeah.
This is 2025, dude. Like we used to like exchange like myrrh and like gold, and
Yeah.
now it's feet picks and air fryers.
I wonder if they did that back in the day. They're like, give me a feet etching, and I shall give you some
he's-
turquoise.
Dude, and she's like, she doesn't know that it's my sister's feet.
yeah.
My boyfriend would be really mad. He'd kill me. I'd get stoned to death.
But anyway, so
yeah,
you don't
you're-
get embarrassed.
No, not easily. No. Like even somebody like walked in on me, full ass out, looking at my own poop in the toilet as you do. Because I want to see where it falls on that like poop scale.
Dude,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
the fucking stool scale. Dude,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave gets so mad at me when I ask him where
You
on the
have to
scale
look
he
at your
was.
poop.
Really? I asked Corey yesterday, and he was like, a 4. And I was like, of course. Of course you're a 4.
Yeah, of course
Wait.
you're perfect.
Yeah.
I don't know the
Perfect
scale.
logs.
Oh,
I
I'll
thought you meant the color chart.
no.
Like
Color chart is also.
consistency.
Well, it is a consistency, stool consistency.
Mm-hmm. And 4 is the best. And then I think 6.
It goes from like too
5,
hard to
6
too soft here.
yeah.
What's it called?
is like diarrhea.
Bristol
Bristol.
stool scale.
Whoa.
I wish I
Oh,
was
I've seen
the Bristol
this.
that
Yeah.
they named it after. That what an honor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
The Lagala
Bristol.
stool
Yeah,
scale.
the Lagala
The-
stool scale.
The O'Neill stool scale is soft or too soft.
Yeah, I was about to say. It's either explosive diarrhea
Or regular diarrhea.
Yeah.
wow.
Where are you falling on there?
I usually have 3 or 4.
Of course.
But sometimes,
What a bitch.
I mean, I range. I cover the full range,
Of
but
course.
but I would say on average I'm a 3 or 4, and then I don't know. I have diarrhea quite a bit though too. I'm either having diarrhea or I'm completely normal, and
Yeah.
I'm constipated when I travel. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm almost never a 4. I'm usually a 5 or a 6, which is a 5 is soft blobs with clear-cut edges, and a 6 is
cut edges.
mushy
sounds-
consistency with ragged edges.
ragged edges.
I love
Oh, and then a
ragged
7
edges.
is liquid consistency with no solid pieces, and I am
Oh boy.
good friends with that one too.
Oh boy.
Anyway,
We were having a conversation at New Year's about whether or not do you stand up to wipe?
no, my butt cheeks come too close
Exactly.
together.
Mm-hmm.
I got too much ass to stand up and wipe.
I think I'm the only one who stands. I've asked a bunch of people
I
after that. I
feel
was like, "Do you
wasn't
guys
there one
stand
other
right?"
person at the party that stood up?
No, it was just me.
Oh,
Damn.
That you even knew to ask me. It was amazing because I was like, "Oh yeah,
funny.
don't we all?" And like
yeah.
7 people were
Yeah.
like, "No."
They were like, "What the fuck?" They're
Yeah.
like, "Bleh. What the hell are you talking about?"
And you've recently tried sitting and wiping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's like so much reaching. I don't know.
You do have to
It's a
maneuver
lot.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
But I feel like I'd be maneuvering a lot more if I stood up. And yeah, I'd have to be like pulling my butt
Yeah,
cheeks out. or
keep 'em,
something.
keep 'em
pulling your butt
spread.
cheeks out.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, you don't want to clench and stand. That would be.
No, totally.
No.
Then your hand will get chopped off. Anybody else?
Right?
Sorry. God. Dude, as soon as we start talking about poop, I'm so excited. I'm
Yeah.
so excitable. I love talking about it.
It's the best topic.
So wait, what was your poop on the Bristol stool scale when you were caught ass out looking at it?
What was it that day?
You have like a poop diary where you're drawing out your poop.
Dude, you know how people do like bullet journals?
No. I just put it back in my pocket.
Yeah.
I don't get ashamed.
Here's my dream journal. Here's my poop journal.
But if you mix those up,
yeah.
They're the same. They're the same. Yeah, I think it was a 4. Because usually if I'm standing and looking at it, it means I'm like, look at the good job I did.
Yes.
oh yeah, you're
same.
like proud of it.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Or I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like I'm
Yeah,
really
yeah.
confused.
Yeah. You're like, that is, I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
I've never seen that guy in my life.
But yeah, no shame, no embarrassment with that. I like went on stage and was like, who just saw my ass? And the guy was like, I did.
Oh, it was at a show? God, that's so funny.
It's like
God.
right before I went on stage.
Yeah.
And I was like, how'd it look, mister? He was like, it was nice. Just sexually harassing people
Yeah.
casually.
Yeah, you
I
liked
definitely-
it?
Yeah, you
I
fucking
definitely
like that
don't
ass.
get nearly as embarrassed now. Like I barely get truly embarrassed now.
Mhm.
Now when I get embarrassed or do something stupid, I don't know if we talked about this. We probably have, but it's more like I'm excited that it happened.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, look what I just did.
Yeah, because it's
Huh?
like, fun to talk
Yeah,
about.
like now we get
Yeah.
to hang. Oh, we were
Totally.
talking about that with Jake on the pod.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
Mhm.
I mean, the only time I get truly embarrassed now is like when I'm like pretty impulsive. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll just like say some really out of pocket shit by accident, like a lot of the times.
Yeah.
And that's when I get embarrassed.
Yeah.
Because I'm like actually hurting somebody's feelings a lot of the time. Like I'll just make like a fun joke.
Yes.
And
Ooh.
then I'll be like, oh no, I'm in the office. And I told this
Yeah.
person to kill themselves. You know?
I do that. I forget to code switch out of comedian when I'm
Yeah.
with normal
Oh, yeah.
people.
Yeah.
I was at a wedding and I made like a joke about somebody's like I don't think the baby was dead, but it was like in the hospital. I can't remember what the joke was. It was really funny. I do remember that it was fucking funny. And I stand by that. And then like the woman who was next to me, just like the look on her face was just like, oh, how dare you? And I was like, I don't know.
You're like, sorry, you can't say anything anymore, I guess.
Yeah, I'm that.
What, I'm gonna get canceled at this wedding?
Sorry, your baby's dead or whatever.
Yeah, dead or alive, I don't care either way.
So what's your stupid story?
Yeah, what's your story? You gotta give
Well, these are more anecdotes. I'm not good at storytelling. I'm very,
Oh, that's
very bad
fine.
at
It doesn't.
storytelling.
Yeah, it's very
Anecdote.
Yeah.
conversational.
People are like, tell a
yeah.
story. I'm like, here's one half of a sentence. You piece it together.
Yeah.
Getting people's names wrong. I will get genuinely embarrassed when I do that.
Oh.
Mm.
And I did it to Sarah Cooper one time.
Oh.
Mhm.
Because it was at the same time. And I have a very
Getting your name wrong and introducing on
Yes,
stage.
on stage.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I've done it.
yes.
Forgetting
yeah.
people's names on stage. I will crawl into a hole and die. I've done it
Yeah.
several
I always
times.
feel bad when I do that too. Yeah.
Ooh, and it'll always be. Sometimes it's like people back to back. I don't know either of them, and I have to
Yeah.
memorize these like pretty complex names.
Yeah.
Ooh, now I just had like another flashback of one. I couldn't get this guy's name, and he was Asian, and his name was like really complex for my dumb American ears.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
boy, did I sound like a fucking racist.
That's when it feels the worst.
yeah.
Because, I do that shit too, where
Yeah.
I'm like, and here's the thing, I am not embarrassed to be like, can you say it a few times for me?
Yeah.
Because I want to
Yeah.
get it right. But when I do that and then I get it wrong,
Yes, that's exactly what
Yeah.
happened.
that's what really
I
sucks.
was like,
Yeah.
got
You're
it.
like, wow, I really made an effort, and I was
Yeah.
still like, and then I just
Yeah.
called him
Can't
some.
compute. You
Yeah, I
just
just
cannot process
and I'm
it.
just like, fuck. Now I look like a racist asshole.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I did it to Sarah Cooper. This is the biggest one I did. In
You
front
must
of like
have called her a completely different name then. Because Sarah
No.
Cooper, you can say.
yeah, it's so easy.
Yeah.
I said, who is the woman who was in the Central Park and she was a white woman and she was racist?
Oh,
my
it is
God.
Cooper.
What is it?
Something
Cooper.
Cooper.
Something Cooper.
Yeah.
I said that because I also have like the switchy brain guy
And
thing.
it starts with an S, I think, too.
yeah,
right?
it was something like that.
Sally or something.
It was something.
That's
And
so funny.
She
Yeah.
thought it was packed out audience at New York Comedy Club, and I said it, and as I said it, I was like, no. And it was like too late, and I had this look on my face, and she was looking at me like, what?
And it was like, as the woman,
yeah.
he called her the woman who like,
Amy Cooper.
Amy
There
Cooper.
it is.
oh my God.
And I
thank you,
know
Madison.
Sarah. That's what it
Yeah.
was. So she thought I was doing like a
Like,
bit.
a bit.
And that
then
it
she had
was
to
like a
address it.
really shitty bit.
Yeah.
Because like the look on her face was like, dumb bit. Idiot.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what the fuck is wrong with you?
Did she address it or she just
Off
did
stage,
it?
I was like, I was like shaking. I'm like, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And she said it as soon as she got on stage. She's like, haha, not Amy Cooper.
Yeah.
And I was like, kill me. And every time I run into her, I like apologize profusely. And she's like, it's funny now. Like, it's not, it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I keep
Man,
bringing it
it's
up
so
forever.
She probably doesn't care
She
at
doesn't
all.
at all.
But
I
for
bring it
you,
up
it's
every
like the worst thing you've ever done.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
And every time you see her, you're just like, you're like triggered by her.
Yeah. I want her to like kick me or something.
yeah, she's like, oh, I like Carmen. She's nice. And you're like, I called her the wrong name. Like, every time you see her, that's all you think about. God.
And I do it to white people constantly, but for some reason, when it's a black person, I'm like, I need to die now. I think for sure.
Totally. Yeah. Because
It
then you're
just
like,
codes as racist. It
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
it just adds on to it. You're like, now I'm not just an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Racist and I'm an idiot.
Oh, and it is the way I can't tell white men apart who are like slightly like the same build.
Oh my God.
They can have
same.
Totally.
different hair,
Yeah.
everything. I
Yeah.
cannot. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's like most guys
That's
in
90% of the comedy.
all of them.
Yeah.
Guys.
You're,
Yeah.
like
They're
mad
always
when you don't
offended
remember
that
them.
I don't remember
Yeah.
them. And I'm like,
Oh my God.
you don't understand.
Yeah. There's so
Not
Yeah.
only
many
is
of
there
you.
the whole like there's fewer women, so it's
Mhm.
like there's more of you to remember.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The guys, they do
Mm-hmm.
have a similar look.
Dude, yeah, they all have glasses and a beard. They
Mhm.
all look like my boyfriend, Dave Ross.
Yes.
Every
and my
40
boyfriend.
Yeah, and your boyfriend. Every white 40-year-old guy in comedy looks exactly the same. And they're all like, I don't understand what kids say. And so it's like, how am I supposed to fucking tell you guys apart, dude? They're like, it hurts my feelings when they call me a millennial. It's like, all right.
Anecdote number 1.
So much pressure.
You don't have to like feel like you have to do. We could read a post too. So
Okay.
I mean, if you have other anecdotes, that's great. But
Man, Brittany's so good at making people feel better. No, we brought a backup
I just
material
mean,
in
like,
case.
we don't expect you to
You
have
fucked up. We
prepared
have a
like
lot of
10
stuff.
stories or anything. So
Yeah.
whatever you want to do, it's good.
I have one. When I was dating Sam Evans,
Mhm.
he got me.
Oh, he says hi,
Really-
by the way.
I think I saw him like yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Where's he saying hi?
He's like, make sure to say hi.
Dude, make sure.
Like-
Make
like,
sure.
I don't think he
Phones
said
don't
make
exist
sure, but
anymore.
he did. He was like, say hi to her.
Hi, Sam.
I was just hanging with the boys because Sam lives with my boyfriend Dwayne, and
Mm-hmm.
we were watching Band of Brothers, and they were just so excited. It's such a bro thing to do.
That is the most classic
Yeah.
shit I've ever heard.
Dwayne
in my
was
entire
smiling
life.
more than I've ever seen him smile.
He's
And he-
like, God, I
like-
love the army.
Things kept happening, and then he'd be like, like looking around at everyone.
Like the only way that like white guys of that age can like have any level of like feelings is to watch a movie about guys dying in war.
Yeah.
And they're like, so that's happy and that's sad.
Yeah.
And that's love.
Yeah.
And it's like in Band of Brothers when one of them
even
dies.
then, none of
That's
the
what
guys
sadness is.
on TV even express themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's like a strong.
There are just strong guys not
Yeah.
talking about how terrible everything is.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And like the only acting that they do in order to show that they're sad is they like pause and look
they
at the
always
body
just pause.
and then they
Yeah.
go back to war.
And they might do like an extra exhale thing where they're like,
They do this, they're like,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the lip thing.
yeah. They're like,
Oh, that's another thing guys do when they're acting to express emotion is they'll just clench their jaw. You see that?
Oh yeah, I
yeah.
hate it when
Start
it
seeing their
pulses a
jaw
little bit on the
muscles
side.
moving.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm like bad acting.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
jaw's
Yeah.
stupid.
I'm like, we get it. You don't know what you're doing.
Last night I know I'm interrupting this story, but
No.
last night we were watching a bunch of videos of airplanes trying to land in a storm. You gotta see they're so
that sounds
so
awesome.
funny. They're actually
Dude,
hilarious.
you being
Like
like,
the airplanes are like, ooh,
Yeah. So the airplanes
Yeah.
they're about to land.
Yeah, I get it.
And they look crazy. They look like really unsure of themselves, you know? And then they're just about to get to the ground. And then like if it's too crazy, they won't touch down. They'll go back up, right? They're just about to get to the ground and they're like, whoa, whoa, nope.
It's so
And they're
relatable.
like, I'm out of here.
that's so
They
funny.
look
You should
so
like
silly.
take one of those videos and do a voiceover
Yeah.
and be like, oh god, no wait, no, abort.
It's so good. I'll send you guys the compilation.
like that.
We did that for like 45 minutes, and then we watched a bunch of brand new boats being put into water for the first time.
Okay, you guys are having the best time. I'm like legitimately
It was
jealous right
great.
now.
It was great.
Oh my
I'll
fucking
send
God.
I'll send you guys the.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, I was
God.
like, I gotta show my dad this.
Yeah, your dad would love
My
it.
dad's gonna freak out about the boats.
Yeah, definitely
I'm sure
about the
he's seen
boats.
the plane stuff before.
Do you think your dad has seen the planes? Unsure.
My dad was a helicopter pilot, so I feel
Oh.
like he knows.
This is the most. Every time something comes up, I feel like one of you guys are like, "Well, my dad was the president of that." So I just know about.
We just hit the only two things that we can relate to, and that is aviation and God.
Yeah.
If you ask us anything else, we cannot relate to
Sound
it.
up like made up dad jobs though.
It
Mine
does.
like worked for the state or something. Like I don't really know.
Well, my
what he
dad's also
did.
an HVAC technician, so
Oh yeah.
and a pastor.
My dad also invented a toilet. My dad's a helicopter pilot and a toilet inventor. That's crazy.
Toilet
The
inventor.
combo is crazy.
He invented a toilet that sucks out the poo air, so there's no stink after.
Is this real?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it didn't. It
toilet
should
bowl
thought you were-
exhaust system. There's a
You're doing
website.
weird
Oh my
bit,
God.
'cause we just
No,
talked
it's
about
true.
poop.
It's
No.
real.
What else can your dads do? Jesus Christ.
My dad is he can leave my family for a bunch of years. He's really good at that.
my dad invented that too. Oh yeah.
My dad invented not being around your kids that much.
What
Oh,
were we
man.
talking about though?
I don't know. But man, I'm having
you're
a good
about to
time.
do- you're about
I want
to
an
do another
impression of the
anecdote.
plane though.
Yeah.
No, I'm not ready.
So
Idiot.
It's so good. Oh, they look so goofy.
Yeah.
It actually made me feel less scared of crashing, even though I was watching like 100 crashes or 100 near crashes. They weren't actually crashing.
I think I've landed in something similar to that.
Yeah.
When I was coming back from the cruise with Linda.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and we
Mm.
flew into TF Green Airport in Rhode Island.
No.
Who's Linda?
Linda is my
Something about that name. I'm like, who the hell?
so something about me is
Who's this
so
Linda?
my mother's dead, but I still have all of her friends. So I have a lot of very close friends who are just 60-year-old women from Massachusetts.
Yes. God, that rips.
They're
And so
great.
Linda's one of
That's
them,
awesome.
and she's great. She's a dental hygienist, and she's missing a finger. I love her.
Wow.
So funny.
Yeah,
That's the perfect like line for like the character in a script.
Yeah.
Linda.
Yeah.
fucking rules.
Yeah.
She met Brittany, and she brought over this big mug. Her
funny.
grandkids got her this huge mug for like Christmas or something. She came over and she was like, "Allie, look at this big mug I got. Oh my god!" She like pretended to shit in it.
Like right after meeting me.
Yeah.
And then she leaves and she turns around like she's like, "What's your name again?"
Just a heaviest, fucking heaviest Massachusetts accent you've ever heard in your entire life. She's like, and what's your name again? Oh, all right, okay. She rules.
Great.
I love her.
Great.
Oh, I'm so glad I asked about Linda.
Yeah, no, Linda rules. God, we should have Linda on the pod.
Yeah.
If I called up Linda, she would be on the phone for 5 minutes.
Man,
She'd be like,
we should.
well, I gotta go.
Yeah.
So nice talking to you.
You know, that would be really funny to just, I mean, we should talk about this more after the pod because it's logistics, but we should have
Who else should you guys have
we
on the
should have
pod
main
besides
characters from
me?
that we talk about a lot.
Yeah.
Totally. I would love
On
to have
the
my
pod.
brother on the pod, but I
My
feel like my
dad.
brother would be awkward on the
Oh,
pod.
yeah. My brother.
Because he's
too.
like kind of reserved, but he's also really funny.
My brother
Yeah.
is hilarious, but for this, he would write a script.
Yeah.
Yeah. and it would
Totally.
just be like really stilted.
Yeah. Also, we'd have to like really bleep a lot of my brother's things. He'd say a
Oh.
lot. He would say the R word a lot.
Uh-oh.
We're from Boston.
Riz.
Riz. He would say Riz
Riz.
too much.
Oh,
God. Do you have another stupid story you'd like to share?
oh yeah, it was about Sam. Sam was able to embarrass me
yes.
one
Oh,
time.
right.
Sorry.
That's why
kinda
I was like,
want us
why
to
did I
keep-
start talking about the boats?
Fresh boats are
I mean, I
Man.
think I'm going to talk about it again
I'm
soon.
so
Oh, God.
when we were on the subway train, he would do fake proposals.
Oh, my God. That is
And
so good.
I just
That's a good
I
idea.
really thought that would be the kind of thing that I would like think is hilarious.
Yeah.
But for some reason it just made me like just burning with shame and
Oh,
like embarrassment.
man.
Because he
Yeah.
would just get down and earnestly and people would like turn hopefully and be like, is this really happening on the L train? Just
That is so funny.
Did you
God.
did you ever say yes as part of the bit?
I
And then
would
make people clap?
I would be like, please stop. I would be like, get the fuck up. Get the fuck up. Do not do this to me right now. Everyone just thought it was like a botched
You're
proposal.
embarrassing
Oh,
me.
that's so good.
Yeah. Started doing it in parks and stuff. Oh my
Oh,
God.
God,
man.
that's so funny.
That's hilarious.
That is
Nightmare.
so fucking
That's
funny.
such a good
Mhm.
idea.
Dude, I
Great
should have
bit.
Dave propose to me at a restaurant so we get a free dessert.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
should.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I couldn't even do that for the dessert. For some reason, it's so I don't know what it is. Public proposals give me the like
It's scary.
creeps.
I don't
Yeah,
think
I don't
anybody
like
should like that unless you're
No.
like a weird theater Disney kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
it. Which
I mean?
kind of am enough of that to be like,
Oh,
why
yeah.
don't I enjoy that? It makes
Yeah.
no sense.
Mm.
Meeting me, you'd be like, if anything you know about me, and then like you'd be like, well, surely she loves like really stupid proposals, and I don't. I don't like them.
You don't want somebody to do a flash mob for you? Propose?
Would I hate that? Yeah, I would hate that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
want people dancing.
I mean,
Or
yeah.
think of a
I
public-
get so mad about it.
yeah.
You wait until the end, and then you're like, no.
They're like, you guys were great though.
Yeah,
You guys were really good.
When did you guys meet up without me? I'd
Yeah.
be like jealous that I didn't get to hang out and
Yeah.
learn a dance. This was fun.
Yeah.
No, I want to dance.
It's hard to think of a proposal that I like that's public that I would be okay with though.
Totally.
I don't want it in front of a bunch of people.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, neither do I. Because that just feels like it's not for you then.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
People who like that, I think, are people who are like accountants who live in the suburbs and they never get to feel a taste of like, you know what I mean? Like we go on stage.
yeah.
Oh,
I
right.
think I get enough
Okay.
on stage.
We know the kind of attention we like so
Mhm.
specifically because we get it so often.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But like people who never get to do that ever,
yeah.
like people who did theater in high school but then like never did it after that, I feel like they're like they love the idea of that.
Yeah.
Oh,
So if I could
yeah.
get proposed to in public in front of a big group and then right after I could do a set and kill, then I would love it.
I would bomb so
then I would
hard.
understand public proposal.
I would.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah, I
wanna-
wouldn't.
I would
wouldn't
want to
kill
do a
though.
set before
Yeah, I
and
was
then
gonna
get
say,
proposed to after.
if I
Instead, after
just
I'd be
killed.
like, "Can you bully man?"
Yeah.
That's the wrong hand, but whatever.
Oh my God,
But yeah, no, fucking. I've just seen I love like public proposals gone wrong.
Oh,
Mhm.
And the girl's like,
Yeah.
Oh my
she's
God.
just like shaking in her fucking boots, dude.
Someone at a WNBA game, they put it on the Jumbotron.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't tell if it was real or not. To this day, I have it in my phone somewhere, and I look at it every now and again when I'm scrolling back through
Yeah.
like hundreds of years, and I'm like, Did they fuck around with it? Or did she actually say no because it was a WNBA game before it like got big too?
Yeah.
It was real low stakes. The team wasn't very good. We were losing.
Yeah.
That's so funny to try to do it at an event, but the event sucks.
Yeah.
Like going to like a baseball game and getting rained out.
Yeah.
You're just like, wait.
Didn't you get to shoot a basketball at a game recently?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to
and you've been
do-
hanging out with Ellie, the elephant, the mascot.
I had really
Man,
good.
she's so cool.
She's
Yeah,
so
I was
she is
showing
really
Sierra
cool.
and Lene, my
and I'm
best
like,
friends
who's
from
in
home.
there?
Yeah. And
I
I was
want
like,
that job so bad.
yeah. I watch all her Instagram videos and it feels
Mhm.
weird because she's like kind of an animal, you know?
She's probably like a 19-year-old boy.
Yeah.
God, she's a 19-year-old gay guy. That's what she is.
Yeah.
Like a white gay guy being like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Man, she's awesome. She's so
Love Ellie.
sassy.
Yeah.
I
think I had like a flirt back and forth with her a couple years ago. When I
Yeah.
was at a game, I was like, I think this like mascot is into me. Just like kept coming over and like hanging out and stuff. And I was like, I think we're vibing.
Yeah.
But you can't
She
tell
kept
where their
throwing
eyes
her
are
little
going.
braid
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. But then it was definitely a different person in the costume when I did shooting around on the court because
You didn't feel
we
the
had
same chemistry?
I like tried to give the trunk a hug and she was like, whoa. I was like, sorry. Sorry. Not consent like stripper rules. I was like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to touch your trunk.
I tried to give her trunk up. And she was like, whoa.
Whoa. Yeah, she kind of like wrestled away and I was
Wow.
like, all right. Yeah.
It's strange to just hug the trunk. Is that something you do with Ellie?
No, I don't think you're supposed to do that. Whatever I did. I tried to do like a weird, I don't know.
Try to wrap it around you like a snake, like a boa.
Yeah, I was trying to
Yeah.
get in there and snuggle.
Just take a little nap. Just climb in the
Yeah.
costume, take a nap.
Yeah.
Honestly,
And
sounds
Ellie was
good.
like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
All business that day. So it was whoever was in there. I'm sorry.
Dude, imagine if you got like a sexual harassment lawsuit because you tried to hug a fucking
Yeah.
the elephant.
That would be such
I
a
mean,
fun
just
court
going
date.
up to
I
her
know.
and hugging the
Love it.
trunk is like what an 8-year-old would do, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that'd be like,
Yeah.
What if you were like,
because it's just
how
right
do I
there.
say this? Like a adult with some kind of disability. You know what I mean? Like, what if that was the case?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, yeah, I
And then
could have been.
the
I
elephant
really
was
didn't
just
know.
like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, aren't
Yeah.
those what those things are for? Is for like children?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about it too much.
I think the vision through like wasn't quite clear, and they were just like felt pressure and didn't know where it was coming from. In
Yeah.
their
Oh,
defense.
yeah. And they just
Yeah.
feel their head being pulled
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
That
Yeah.
makes
And they're
sense.
like,
Yeah.
don't take my big mask
Yeah.
off or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Did I tell
my,
you?
my big mask.
Big man.
I used to wear Sylvester the cat. I almost said Stallone.
That's where I thought we were going. I was like,
Yeah.
go on.
I used to wear a Sylvester costume for Godfather's Pizza when I first worked there as a teenager. And I'd go out on the street and do cartwheels and flip a sign around. So.
Was that
Pretty sick.
embarrassing?
I can't believe
Yeah, it
Were
was-
you like,
Well, I was excited to do it. I thought it'd be really fun.
Yeah.
But it was miserable.
yeah.
The suit smelled like everyone else's body that had ever been in it.
Yeah.
disgusting,
And then you're
yeah.
also like in the elements, so you're either freezing fucking cold
Yeah.
or you're sweltering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there's no good
was
temperature for a mascot
awful.
suit.
No.
Terrible. And I think the real reason they sent me out there is because one of the managers, I think, wasn't supposed to hire me. And then the other manager was mad about it. And that guy hated me the entire time I worked there. So I think as a punishment for this whole thing, which wasn't my fault, he wanted me to go do that.
He was like, all right, she can work
Wow.
here, but she has to be
Yeah.
outside.
But then he gave me the suit and I was like, yeah. But it was horrible.
You were just really amped about
I
it.
was doing cartwheels. He didn't ask me to do that. All I had to do was stand there and hold a sign, but I
I can't believe I didn't
Yes.
know this.
I know.
This is so important.
I know. So as I started saying it, I was like, she probably knows.
Wait, why was it
Everything.
Sylvester the cat?
I don't know. It's just what they had, I guess. Because it's not like that's part of Godfather's Pizza.
No.
No.
I don't know Godfather's Pizza at all.
I don't either.
Well, they went out of business. Probably because they hired me. That guy hated me so much. He was so
Why?
mean to me. I think just because I wasn't supposed to be hired.
Why weren't you supposed to be hired?
I don't know. That was just the vibe I got. Is that
Huh.
they didn't want to. He didn't want me to be hired, but the other guy did it.
Oh, okay. You wanted to hire somebody else.
I don't really know. I just
Some-
know he hated me for no reason.
Some ex.
You know, I also one of my other bosses.
Just somebody's ex.
Yeah.
One of my other bosses hated me too, and I think because she thought she made a mistake in hiring me because it was for Buffalo Exchange, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I think I just passed the interview without really loving fashion as much as she thought, but I like knew enough that I got by. And so she thought I was like, and I used to go there all the time.
Yeah.
So she kind of asked me to apply.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. And then I applied and like got through the interviews. Didn't really feel like I knew what I was talking about. She'd be like, what brands do you like? And I didn't really know. And I was like, Kenzie? Just because it was like something I'd seen in Macy's. It's for like young girls.
You're like, I really love Delia's. I really love Limited too. I like their shirts that have a butterfly on them.
Yeah, so I think she like didn't realize that I didn't really care until I started working there, and I didn't know anything. And she had to train me so hard. And then also,
were you like accepting clothes and rejecting clothes? Is that why?
yeah, that's like they train you on that for a long time.
Oh wow.
Like and how to price it and everything.
So yeah, tell me why they won't take any of my stuff ever.
Well, if
They're
it's
so
if
mean.
it's pilly at all, they're gonna reject it.
Wait, I do
That
feel
was the main reason for rejecting.
why would anyone bring something with pills? Okay,
We saw a lot of that.
that is where I feel shame and embarrassment when I have to bring clothing to a place and they judge it, and then I come back and they go, "We don't want anything at this time," and I'm like, "I want to die."
Yeah,
I know, because you lugged it all the way there.
Yeah,
And you're like, maybe I'll make $20.
and you decided this is the best of the best of what I'm getting rid of.
Yes,
Yeah, totally.
This is what people might
you
pay
brought
for.
it, and then they were like, "Oh, what the fuck? Why did you come here?"
Yeah,
all over
Yeah.
it, and then they were like, "You're disgusting.
Yeah.
You disgust me as a person."
yeah.
They say that to you. I don't know why that's part of it.
No.
Dude, yeah, Buffalo Exchange just feels like bullying,
Yeah.
truly.
Yeah.
You know,
Then you go in and there's like a cami, like a little tank top from fucking Macy's in 2008,
yeah,
and like with the like something that's very old, and then it's $45, and
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah.
why the fuck?
Yeah.
like an upside down smiley face. It's all
What's
it's all,
going on here?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, they have hideous stuff.
You know what
Awful.
I'm really embarrassed about? One
Go
time,
ahead.
so like working there, this actually I have flashbacks to this sometimes. I shouldn't be that embarrassed, but it is so stupid. Like we had to do they were called shopping assignments, right? Where you'd like pick a couple stores and see what they have and like get a sense of like what people are into now and like what's on sale. Like, you know, just figure out what the trends were
Yeah.
so that you could decide what to buy. It
You
was
get
really
paid to do
like
that?
no.
That's
Isn't that
insane.
messed up.
Whoa.
insane.
It's like
Yeah.
homework that you're not paid for.
Homework, and then we'd have a
Yeah.
meeting where you have to like talk about your shopping assignment. And I remember for the first one,
Crazy.
I had never been to one, so I didn't know. But it's to me, I'm like a meeting, and I got to present my assignment, and I'm all like, I'm like into school stuff, you know, at the time, and so I'm like, oh, a presentation, and I want to do a good job because she hates me, and I think I wanted to impress her, even though I didn't really deserve to work there. So I like really try on the assignment, and then I think you're supposed to just like have an idea of the types of things, or you could like, if you see it in a magazine too, you could like bring pictures of stuff if you want. But instead of doing that, I just drew a bunch of clothes. I drew a bunch of clothes like
really poorly.
badly. I'm not gonna.
Do you still have it? Please.
I wish I had it. Like I was like trying to draw these really cool
It's all like stick
jackets.
figures.
So I'm in a meeting and I'm like pulling up drawings of coats. Oh, shit. I'm so embarrassed. Isn't that crazy? What was I thinking?
You're weeping. That's awesome.
Oh my god.
I worked there for like another year after doing that.
After being like, this is what pants look like to me.
And they're like, dude, imagine if they saw it and they were like, that's so avant-garde, but she's bad at drawing. They were like, whoa, those pants are like such an interesting shape. And it's like, yeah, I got Parkinson's, dude.
I must have spent so many hours on that assignment that
It's so funny that you drew it. Instead of like taking pictures, like or like printing
Or
shit
just
out
trying
from
to
the internet.
describe the types of things, and they probably already would have seen them and known, but I
Yeah.
drew it out.
Yeah. God, that's so funny, Brittany. Brittany, so much of your embarrassment comes from trying really, really
I
hard.
know.
It's embarrassing to try.
It's embarrassing
It is,
to
yeah.
try and have it not pay off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever do a big act out on stage?
Oh my god.
And everyone's silent and you're like, just kidding.
Yeah.
Dude.
Hey.
It's such a big risk.
I have this
man.
I have this bit that I haven't done for a while that's like,
Oh, I love that bit. I was going to tell you the other day. You got to get back to that bit.
I know, yeah. It's a bit where I do like,
Huge act out.
yeah, I have to like put the mic in the stand.
But it does pay off. And I feel like it works every time.
It doesn't work every time. And that's what's
Tell
embarrassing
Carmen
about
the
it.
bit.
So the bit is, I don't remember how it goes, but it's about like, I get on stage and I do this. I'm like, do you guys remember this?
Uh-huh. Make it.
And so it's like kind of based off of like the making out hands thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes when you put your mic in the stand and you're like, this is my closer because I'm not going to pick up my mic after this.
Yeah.
And then you do that and nobody laughs or knows what it is. You're like, all right, I'll just kill myself. Fuck me, I guess. It's like a bunch of like 18-year-olds who like have never had to do that because they could just look at porn whenever they want. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Were people jerking off to people pretending to make it?
I know I did. And I was like, imagine. Ooh.
These were not my arms.
It's just, I just think it's so funny because I was like the idea of the making out hands, there's more to the bit and it makes sense.
Yeah.
But like the idea of the making out hands is so funny because it's like just a thing that we haven't thought of in a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And like I love shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And it is a thing everyone tried. Like when you found out about it, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
And you have to try it in privacy.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not a thing you can just do.
And it's
like
also
sort
like
of sexual.
yeah, totally. Yeah, because you're always like a kid when you're doing it. So
Yeah.
it's like, oh, making out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know.
I still pretend to walk downstairs when I'm behind a little partition. I get
Oh,
excited.
yeah?
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's
It's
a good
so
one.
fun.
Man, I haven't done that in so long.
Canoe. I do it every time. Oh.
Oh god, every time I get in an elevator, I stand the opposite way.
Yeah.
That's not true. I was just trying to keep it going.
I know. I was like, I know her. That's not true, but I'll yes and it. But I didn't and it. I just went, yeah.
You're just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh yeah? Here she is, fucking.
I said, yeah, like, prove it.
Yeah, you did. Nice to know that you had zero confidence in me
Oh,
in
yeah?
that moment. Oh yeah?
Oh, yeah. Is that who you want to be?
Yeah. Oh god. Do you you have any other little stupid stories for us that you want to talk about, or?
I wrote. I think those are the only two. Sorry, I just touched
Right.
your foot.
Foot kiss again. Everyone's still
Little
listening.
foot kiss.
Yeah. Oh.
No,
That was
not
a-
really. I had deep shame after I masturbated as a young person.
Oh,
but I don't
yeah.
know where that came from. Nobody ever, to my memory,
You
told
weren't like
me
religious or anything?
no.
Yeah.
I was kind of brought up in some different churches a little bit along the way, but
Mhm.
not really.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Dicks.
And they didn't
No, go.
talk about it, and people are like, "Oh, is it a religious thing?" I'm like, I wasn't listening during
Yeah.
church, and surely they weren't up there like, "You can't masturbate,"
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that would have
Is
been
it
like,
just because it's something that feels so good? It feels like you're not supposed to have it, even though you don't know that it's technically bad.
I don't
'Cause
know.
it's like, why do I feel so good?
yeah,
Like, was that supposed to happen? Kind of.
no idea.
I also think that like, so when you're like potty train, like when you're potty training a kid,
Mhm.
like kids when they're really really little, they'll just shit in their diaper and they won't care.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But then they get to a certain age and they'll start to hide when they shit in their diaper, and so it's this almost like innate, like human thing where it's like, ooh, I'm shitting, I shouldn't be in front of people, and that's when you start to potty train them. And so
Mm.
maybe it's like something like that where like you just know like innately that this is like a private thing that you can't really talk
Ah.
about almost.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Could
Does
be.
that make sense?
I think
Or maybe
everyone always
because every
has
time you
origin
shit your
stories.
pants, your mom hides you away.
Yeah,
So then you're like, oh, I should hide myself away.
Something must have
Maybe.
happened. Somebody must have been like, "Don't do that," and where you
Yeah.
know.
Well, also kids touch their fucking like genitals all the time
All
in
the
public,
time.
and people are like, "Don't do that."
Yeah.
So maybe
Yeah.
it was that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be
Uh-huh.
weird. I don't know. I definitely babysat a kid who was like kind of jerking themselves off in their diaper, and I was like, I don't really know what I'm supposed to I was like, I don't want to give them a shame complex.
Yeah.
Totally.
In diapers, so whatever that is.
Wow.
Damn.
That's pretty young.
Yeah.
Man.
When I had a puppy with my ex, his name was Otis. And
Your
when he would
ex
sit on
was named Otis.
what?
I said your ex was named Otis.
No, the dog was.
Mhm.
But it would be funny if what if they're
They're
just
both named Otis.
It was Otis.
All
and
your
Otis
exes
Jr..
are dog names as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so Fido and
Yeah.
Fluffy and whatever. But like when he was a puppy, he would do this thing. Like we would be sitting on the ground with him and like our feet would be out like this and he would come over and he'd put his dick like on our foot. Just stand over it with his dick on our foot and then we'd move our foot and then he'd be like, no, I want my dick on your foot. And he would like move over and just he wouldn't like rub or hump or do anything. He would just stand with your
So much
toe
worse.
on his dick and he'd be like, it was like really
Like he's
fucking
just having
weird.
it held up.
Yeah, it was so
I
heavy.
think he was just
It's
getting
like
touched.
hung as shit.
Just getting touched.
Dude, he definitely had a huge I don't know. He had a big cock for a dog, I'll say. But no, I think he just liked the pressure or something.
Yeah.
He would just stand with his dick on your foot and like look at you. He'd be like, we're hanging out.
Man, that's what it is.
That'd be fun to have somebody's dick just gently resting on your leg while you're just hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I wouldn't mind that.
comforting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at him there. Huh?
Yeah.
Get in there.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah.
And he's
you doing,
moving
pal?
every so often.
Yeah.
Responsive.